Hello, hello. Come on in. Let me know how long you want the sprints to be. I would do them in between 30 and like 46 minutes if that's what you want. I just wanted to get through some of these chapters, and I think I'm gonna start in a few. Okay, 15-minute sprint. That's cool. I was gonna do between, well, realistically between 15 and 46 minutes. If people came in and said they wanted the 46 minutes, let's see if I can't put out a reminder for people, because I know a lot of people were like looking forward to these. So let's see. All right, here we go. Yeah, I know there were quite a few people who said that they would try to come in as soon as they got off work. So there's that. But since that's the case, I'm gonna just go ahead and dive into these sprints. I know there will be people coming in and out. And, it's a weekday, so it's harder for some people to get in. So I will be just chilling here. Let's see. In about 5 minutes, I'll start the first timer. I'm going to change this timer. Let's see. All right, there we go. Just because I don't want to do something so long and then people don't come in, I will start with 15-minute sprints. So that should help. But I did start a timer, and in 5 minutes, if people are not in here and they come in during the sprint, then that's fine. But I will be starting the sprint because these are partially to benefit me as well, because I do, and I am slowly trying to get through books and things like that. I have a couple of books to read. I'm also reading the Ivies for a tour stop. So yay! I got my book right here. I am on chapter 6, but I figure I get a head start just because I am a slower reader. There's a second person in here, and I feel like I know who it is because they always come in here and start like lurking in the background, don't say nothing. But I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say who it is. No. Get off your screen. All right. Let's see. There we go. And let's go back. All right. So we have about a minute till I start the first sprint. I'm going to start at 15, and then we can work our ways up, or we can just do 15-minute sprints throughout and call it a night. But it all depends on how people filter in and everything. But all right. All right, here we go. A few more seconds. All right. Hello. What's up, you all? What's going on? How are you? So we did a 15-minute sprint to help, you know, usher people in, just so that they can just come in and filter in and just not have to worry about not being able to catch some of the sprints. I will be doing another sprint in about 10 minutes. And that should be good to just talk in between, see what everybody thinks about the book so far. So what do you guys think about the book so far? Like, what are your thoughts? I think this origin thing is pretty crazy, and the whole concept of being able to just control the earth, like, what is that? What do we do here? Okay. Hello, everybody. How many do we have in? We have 5 people. Has everybody kind of filtered in? I think I had to get used to it too. I had to get used to reading the way that it's narrated, because it's like the narrator is talking to the character and narrating their story through speaking to the character. And it's kind of weird, but then it switches to like this omniscient type of storytelling when it switches to like the Maya. And it's kind of weird because it switches. Yeah, orogeny is wild. And I'm honestly ready to find out more about Essen. I think her name is. I'm really interested in finding out more about her. And Demea, because Demea just so happens to be the child, and she just has been found out basically. I feel like it is a very innovative way to, craft a story around these people who can literally destroy or make sure that Earth doesn't get destroyed, I guess. I mean, it is kind of amazing to think of a concept that way. And it does have, undertones of real life there. So, yeah, I guess the origins are supposed to be like the oppressed people. And I honestly do find myself feeling sorry for them, because I know that they're probably never going to be seen any different way. So I guess we'll see. I wanted to hybrid read it. I did. I really did. I was thinking about it, but it's a very popular book. It's been checked out from the library already, the audiobook. So I told myself I would stick to the print one. So I guess I'm sticking to the print one. Yeah. Yeah, how is the audiobook? Who is reading the audiobook? We just finished reading um we just finished reading in Unkindness of Ghosts. And what's so confusing about that book is that it doesn't have any type of map. So we were all just confused about how everything was laid out on the ship. So we're sitting here kind of reading blind. Whereas with this trilogy, I think I can picture things a little bit better because there is a map. We know what the land masses look like. And with an Unkindness of Ghosts, we didn't have that. I think T. Morgan was reading that with us. And we were just trying to figure out what the layout of the ship was. I always hybrid read too. Right now I'm hybrid reading the Bone Witch and Rin Pico. They are an amazing story writer because the deals where she's telling her story to like this herald, and then it goes back and forth between the storytelling and him describing her and all of this good stuff. So it's really good. I am definitely a hybrid reader by nature. Yes, this right here. The wait for Jemison in New York, and I'm gonna tell you, I have two different libraries that I can check out from. I have the New York Public Library and the Brooklyn Library, and both of them, if you look for Jemison's stuff, I think the wait for them is like 17 weeks on in both libraries. Yes, we needed one, honestly. I definitely could have used a, a type of map or an explanation about how the decks worked. Okay, Robin Miles. I've never heard of her, but I think I will definitely try to find a copy of the audiobook for the free somewhere. Did not know that either. Yes, 17 weeks. Remember, I'm in New York, so people are still pretty much quarantined, so they don't want to go to the library. And audiobooks are pretty much the only way some people are reading their books. And honestly, it's just a hassle that I decide I don't want to go through. That's why sometimes I end up just going to my friend who says, if you ever want books, let me know. And I go be like, hey, can you buy this book for me? And they'll like buy the book instead of me trying to go through the hassle of trying to get it through Libby. Ah, I just got a free copy of Aiden Thomas's new book, and I cannot wait to read that. That's going to be good. I'm also reading Honey Girl, and I'm also reading The Ivies for a tour stop at the end of the month. The Ivies is getting murderous. I subscribe and unsubscribe to stuff all the time. It gets expensive. Lex Luthor. I might need to look that up. See what's going on that one. All right. That's our timer. So let's make this a 20-minute one. Happy sprinting. right, that was our 20 minutes. Yeah, that was a powerful moment. The appendixes, I did not realize that there were appendixes in the back till just now. And I'm going to be using them thoroughly throughout my reading. Hey, you're not late. I did this like this specifically for the people who would be tricked. Definitely using the appendixes. Yeah, I know, like, what happened to putting table of contents in the book? That's always been a thing. I know they do it in some children's books and YA books and all of that stuff, but you don't see them much in the adult books. I think that needs to start being a thing again, because I remember reading books all the time that had table of contents. When did that stop being a thing? So yeah, I'm still on the 6th chapter. So I'm reading about Demea. Yeah. Yeah, like, I have a nonfiction book that I'm reading now. It's The Warmth of Other Suns. And it literally has your table of contents smack dab in the front. Like, why are we not getting table of contents in all of our books? We need them. We actually need them. Because we're like flipping through books all confused and stuff, and then we find out we have appendixes and dictionaries in the back of books, and we don't know that they're there unless we go looking for them. It's honestly a little bit frustrating. All right, let's make this a 15-minute timer. Chapter 3. Yeah, Essen, I'm a little bit, I don't know how to think about Essen yet. I know she's not bad, but she's pissed. She's furious. And I don't blame her if she does kill Jija. Honestly. Yeah, like Rage of Dragons, you had to look for the glossary. And it was just like, okay. See, I didn't need the glossary because I speak Xhosa, so I kind of caught on to the language and everything, even though some of it is so watered down. It's just like, yeah, he definitely muddled a lot of the Xhosa and Zulu terms. But yeah, that glossary was of no help to me because it was already telling me stuff I already knew. Right. Like, I could have been using this the whole time and I was over here confused and everything. And now I find the appendix after I'm done with the book. Fire the publisher, fire everybody. Yeah, I'm still reading it. I think the woman's name was what was her name? I forgot. I gotta look at it again. But yeah, and and the woman in The Warmth of Other Suns, she was featured, but she ran away with her 2 children and her husband. That's good. I hope we are able to enjoy and like get different ideas of what is happening in the book from different perspectives. I like discussing books. It's fun. We had a lot of fun on the past slow read that I just did. Chapter 1. That's cool. Oh, yeah, I know exactly where what you're reading at the moment. It's so sad what happens to them. It just pisses me off. That is cool. All right. Yeah, those verses are really pretty. I like the poem that she used that Richard Wright wrote, and it's like at the very beginning of the book. It's pretty. I really liked it. And the verses that that they put at the beginnings of the chapters are pretty good too. You read faster than I do, honestly. But and it's partially because I read so many different things at once. All right. I am trying to finish all of the chapters in a timely manner, and still trying to read the other stuff that I'm committed to read this month. So y'all wish me luck. But I'm definitely trying to get through Honey Girl. That is definitely like one of my priorities right now. Just because everybody has said so many good things about it, and I really, really just want to. I have a fear of missing out, and I want to see what everybody enjoyed about it. Yeah, definitely. I'm glad for the slow reads, actually, for these types of books with heavier type of, subject matter, like slow reading and Unkindness of Ghosts really helped, because it's another book that I was very intimidated by. So I'm just glad to be able to have a group of people to read it with, and also, be able to discuss certain themes, because you don't always get that. I like to slow down a little bit on books like this. It helps a lot, and it helps to be able to like discuss. Yeah, I'm definitely that poetry is such a big part of that book. Yeah, like everybody loves this series, and I just couldn't bring myself to read it at first. I was very intimidated because of how epic everybody said Jemison is. So I was just like, I don't know when I want to read it. And when I said, hey, when I was just like, maybe we should do a slow read of Jemison, because she is a very intimidating author for a lot of people. And a lot of people probably miss out because they are intimidated. So I was just like, man, if someone has a slow read, I'll definitely participate, because I just didn't want to read it by myself. So that's one thing. So how long y'all want to read? I was thinking about till 9 or 10. Thumbs up for 9. Thumbs down for 10. I don't know. Smiley face for 10 o'clock. I know a lot of y'all got to go to work tomorrow. She reads faster than me. I'm just messing. I'm a slow reader too. Oh boy. Let's see how much more time we have left. Yay. So what y'all want to talk about for 5 more minutes? All right. You have a good one. We'll see you whenever. This is Eastern Standard Time. 9 Eastern Standard Time. All right, we can do like 2 more sprints. We're gonna make this one 25 minutes long. I've been just like incrementally increasing it just a little bit. Bye. You leaving already? All right. So yeah, we've got, all right, that's good. All right, 25 minutes. We've got 3 more minutes on the break timer. I know a lot of people who watch these things afterwards. So, oh, okay. All right. So we're going to do 2 more sprints. I know a lot of people got to go to work tomorrow, so I'm not going to keep y'all for too long. You know, I'm just gonna. Aw, man, it's cold. Ooh, any Demi Lovato fans? I'm just playing. I'm just playing. Anyways, but let's see. All right, 25 minutes. Y'all think what's her name? Bree, for the incremental increases throughout the sprints, because if it wasn't for her, I would have still been trying to do straight 30-minute sprints throughout, and that becomes tedious. What you laughing at, Tasha? What are you laughing at? Anyways, all right, we've got 1 more minute for till we start our sprint, and then after that we'll do 2 more sprints, and then I'm gonna let y'all go. I know y'all are working and stuff like that. I need to go get my vaccine. Everybody got their vaccine yet? Woo! Don't hate. You heard about her new UFO TV show she's getting on Peacock? It's about to be hilarious. All right. Okay, here we go. Happy reading, y'all. Okay, that was our 25 minutes. I officially dislike Shafa. Just so y'all know, I'm not going to give away nothing because I know some people have not read the book. So just know, me and the Guardians, we don't mix. Anyways, how far have you gotten? Are you liking the story so far? What's up? All right. I guess not. I I honestly, let's see. Let's see. Yeah, definitely. It switches point of views pretty often, honestly. The way that they tell Essun's story and everybody else's story is different. So I don't know. It's giving me that there's just a lot going on in this book. Way too much for my liking, honestly. Chapter 4, chapter 4. E. Chapter 4 is yeah, I'm gonna leave that one alone. I don't like that guy. He's just very disrespectful and offensive at that. It's just, and he means to be offensive. A I like Demea. She's very curious. The prologue was very confusing for me. It took me a minute to figure out what was going on. And that is understandable too. I have I usually keep a dictionary handy. Sometimes the appendix helps, but sometimes, yeah, sometimes I need to refresh my memory on how words work and things like that. So, it is what it is. Yeah, I may need to go back and kind of like do a recap of the prologue. Because at first I didn't know what the heck was going on. All right. We're going to make this. I'll do this as a 20-minute one. Because I think we've done pretty well tonight as far as getting some reading done. So I'm going to do a 20-minute sprint. And I'm going to let y'all go. And then y'all can have a nice evening and all of that good stuff. Yeah, the prologue was a lot for me. I'm not sure I understood a lot of it. Might go back and read it again. All right, so 20 minutes. And here we go. Let me bring in the timer. And happy reading. Okay, we can talk for more minutes and then I will let you guys go. The prologue was interesting, but yeah, I agree with you. It was confusing for me as well. Like, I didn't exactly understand what they were trying to say with the prologue. And it was just kind of touch and go with that one. Definitely has a Ten Commandments feel, but it also, like, it felt like it was foreshadowing something, but wasn't really clear. Kind of understood, but also it was still very mysterious, very vague, and that's what made it confusing. And that's definitely a way that they think about their books. What do they call them? Like stone lore or something like that? Like the stories that tell you how to prepare for the fifth season and all of that stuff. 70s. Let me see. Oh yeah, I remember that. Never mind. Mm, yes and no. It definitely is a warning. It's a warning of something, but I don't think that the people in the story that are in the current story understand what to expect when it comes to the fifth season because they've never experienced it. They only experience it every some or another year or something. The prologue foreshadows, like, I think, disaster and ruin, and honestly I know already that it's not going to be pretty. Yeah, the Stone Lord. Like, all they know about the fifth season is what the Stone Lord tells them. So they don't know exactly what to expect. All they know to do is to prepare. Yes, I definitely like her world building a lot better than a lot of fantasy writers that I have read. She definitely has a way of also wanting to explore that world and at the same time being a little bit intimidated by the world that she's building because it just seems so violent. Yeah, the prologue does. I guess I might need to read the prologue one more time because I still have some questions. Yeah, the Bible is taught as a warning, but the Bible is also taught as intimidation too. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go back to the prologue because I feel like there's something in the prologue that helps you understand the rest of the story. Maybe that I'm missing. I'm kind of glad that we are actually reading this and we're discussing. I think it will help a lot of the people who haven't read the book yet to not be completely like lost once we're done with the series. So I think it would be a lot of help to a lot of people. And that's where I already know I'm going to be like, what? And once it starts making sense, because some of it is starting to make sense now, and I'm just like, first of all, I don't like this dude. I actually want to fight him. But that's neither here nor there because we're not talking about those chapters yet. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to finishing up this book. It's going to be good. So that was our last sprint. I hope all of you have a great night. Hope y'all are good and refreshed on your reading and everything. Yeah, definitely. People who don't read sci-fi a lot, I like fantasies, but sci-fi fantasy sometimes a lot of times goes over my head and makes me avoid it a lot. But I think during quarantine I have gotten more into the whole sci-fi fantasy type of deal, and it's been good. I've been enjoying a lot of great stuff. You're welcome, everybody. I hope that you enjoyed this. Remember, these are happening every week on Tuesday. And I'm going to try to have them at 7 o'clock for everyone to be able to take part in everything, because I know some people in the in that have Central Time and people on the West Coast are not going to be able to come in so early. So I am going to try to make this a fun experience and all of that. Y'all have a good night. You too. You're welcome. I hope that everyone has a good night. And this is going to be the end of the broadcast. Y'all have a good one. No worries. Everybody came in, they trickled in one by one and everything. So it's good. You're welcome. I hope that you make it a little bit earlier the next time, but if you can't, that's cool too. You know, just trickle in whenever you can. Everybody came in on their own time today. So I hope that everything is, you know, since you know about it this time, maybe next week you could come in a little bit earlier. But if not, no worries. Anyways, peace. Y'all have a good night.